Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Richard Ogachi. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for everything, and this is a chance for you to get to know me and get to know what I do. I'm a registered nurse, been a registered nurse for the last 16 years, and now the practice and what we've been doing is actually my intention right now to share my experience, share my stories, and just have fun. I mean, just break from the norm. We are too busy. We are always about the 12 hours. We are always about the 16 hours because, we want to put in the hours. We get serious with what we do. And then that's how we see results. And what I've seen is that it takes more than you think. It's going to take you more than you think. It's going to take you longer than you think. Sometimes, people like out there just promising like things are going to get easy. It's easy to figure out stuff. When it's sometimes also like when you see somebody win at the highest level, people always like resonate with the success, but most people never share their fail stories. They never share their challenges what they experienced when they were trying to get to the top. Because what we see is just a success, and then you make an assumption that it's very easy, that you can get what you want, that you can become anything. Man, it's bloody hard to be a high performer. It's bloody hard to get results at the highest level. It's super hard to be a shark. It's so hard to be alpha male, to be at the top. It's grilling, greasy, bloody hard to perform at the highest level. So you have to be ready. You have to put in the effort. You have to, have energy. The frequency has to be different. You have to have passion for what you do. And sometimes I think not even passion, but you have to like willing to put in the hours. You be willing to motivate. You be willing to go an extra mile. You must be willing to go do more than what other people want to do, or what other people do, because that's how you stand out. That's how you get ahead. Because, most times, me included, initially, I thought maybe, at some point, you have hopes and you don't put as much effort. You have hopes that at some point, maybe things will get together. Maybe I'll be lucky, and maybe even just miracles will happen and your life will change, or you just living like a uniform life, school, the kind of school life. Because in school you are waiting like, okay, I'll my 8 years in elementary school will end, or whatever number of years, and then I go to high school, and then the high school will end, and then college will come and go. When you get to the point where you now not in school, you're working, you're ready for life, and life is dependent on individual effort that you make from your end. It's super hard because when in life you see most people are always like following other people's charts. You look at what other people are doing, and then you want to mimic, you want to copy, you want to put pressure on yourself to look like somebody else, and yet you just have your whole life ahead of you. You can never like copy people. You have to be authentic. You have to be yourself. You have to know a lot of things about yourself, and you have to know your potential, and then you have to know your capability. You have to know like how far you can go, and what kind of resources do you have around you, and what are you going to do. What do you want to do in life? What really do you want in life? Because some people, they're looking forward to get maybe, because you grew up poor, you never had a house, or you never had a vehicle, you never had a nice phone, maybe you want some kind of afford some nice shoes. Those are good ambitions. You want to make a difference. You want to change your life. You want to change your family trajectory. You want to make better life for your children. You want to make a better life for your brothers. You want to make a difference. You want to stand out in the community. It's not going to be as you think, because some of these things, when you get them, then what? What next? Your desire was to get maybe a nice vehicle, or at least a vehicle. But when you get it, that passion and the motivation, and the desire to have that vehicle fades away. It becomes familiar. It becomes familiar. You get used to it. You don't see anything new. Like, you get used to it, it becomes old, and you have no passion for it anymore. And then maybe, kaboom, you see somebody else with an even a better vehicle. And then you start now getting restless, because you want to also again try maybe to get a different kind of vehicle, just kind of life competitions. And that's very normal. But what I think you really have to figure out is, what do you really want in life? What kind of impact do you want to create? What exactly makes you happy? How do you detach yourself from the bustles and hustles of the world, and the noise that is around life, the noise that is around people? It's usually, it's so hard to keep focused on your own life and your own schedules and your own jobs and everything, because now, with the effect of social media, we have people all over the place posting stuff. We have artificial intelligence. We have pictures that we are posting online that are AI generated. How, for heaven's sake, are you supposed to differentiate what is true, what's real? It's hard. It's not easy. Even differentiating, most people don't even differentiate, by the way. Some of the stints that people do, you're riding on a yacht, for example, and this is a an AI made video or photo, and then this makes you so restless, like, oh my goodness, the friends are getting themselves together, and my life is full of misery and suffering, because I don't have that, I don't have this, I've not been able to get to this level. Never be stressed because of those kind of issues. I don't think it's worth it, because if sometimes people can open up to what they're going through in life, you will be very surprised. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked on what you learn. Some of the lives of people that you admire online, you see them like they have everything together. People never post negative stuff about their lives. Very few people really are vulnerable and share their life challenges and difficulties. But most people, we always post flashy and happiness, when you have good moods, when you have, but you never post when you're crying. People never post. We never post when we are in pain, when we are on the ground. And then, one of the beauty, or that's why I say that health workers and people who've been to war, that's combat, they have undue advantage in life, because in healthcare, people come to the hospital at their rock bottom, when they are out of options, and they are in so much pain that there is no window for you even to say lies. There is no window for you to act anymore. You come and your real and true self, and that's whatever you share with the physician or with the nurses and everybody else in who is giving you care. It's going to help at least alleviate the pain. It's going to help at least for them to be able to figure out what is going on with your life. And that's how we get to learn a lot of problems about people. We hear a lot of stories. People tell you a lot of vulnerable moments, and they share a lot. That's when I came to realize that people are actors. Acting is all the time. You know, everybody acts, by the way. Everyone, they act, they want to create an impression almost all the time, by the way. You can never like tell me that you don't act, because look at even the kids, small kids like 3 years old, 2 years old, 1 year old. They're already like crying for attention, they are they're manipulating you, for you to give them maybe food or something they like. They cry, by the way, crying for attention for sure. Kids cry for attention. Sometimes they're not even in pain. That goes all the way. When you are with your spouse, the body language, the communication is always different. When you are with your boss, for example, at work, the communication and body language, the energy, it's always different. And it's a kind of acting. It's drama, by the way. When you are with your friends, the kind of vibes that you bring out, the kind of energy when you are with your friends is different. When you are maybe amidst people who don't know you, people who have never seen you, it's always like an impression. When you walk in the streets, you meet people and look at them in the eyes, the body reaction, the body language, they want to create an impression. Like when you look clearly, for example, take this as a challenge and go sometimes when you're maybe the driveway, or maybe you've met people at the parking lot. Take time and maybe you stand somewhere where people are seeing you, and look at them, people you don't know. Look at them in their faces. Like look at someone who driving away and look at how they behave. Look at their eyes, look at their faces, look at how they want to pull maybe a phone and maybe make an imaginary call. These are adults, by the way. Make an imaginary call, or maybe try to create an impression that you're too busy, that maybe you're busy doing something, or maybe you have yourself together. I have seen this even when you board the bus. Mostly it's when you see a lot of acting, people acting to strangers. So don't be pressured into this. Come the way you are, just the way you are. Come the way you are and say what you want to say. Be authentic. And by the way, even being authentic, it's just it's sensationalization words. Be all you can be. Communicate with people. Just be a good person. Don't be even nice. Sometimes people tend to create this niceness impression, but it's bloody hard to keep up with human beings, because human beings, even study of human beings and the mind, it's a whole different ball game, and it takes a lot of time to figure out what people want, what people think. Look at families, look at raising kids, look at making friendships. Look at people who are so close as spouses separate or divorce, and they are so bitter about each other. They want to cut each other's neck. It's complicated with life. It's just too much, because again, we postpone happiness for tomorrow. You think that you have a better chance tomorrow, and you become sad today. Be all you can be today. Take action today. Don't wait for the best moment. The best moment may not come. Just be all you can be. Live your life today. Do everything today. Go everywhere today. Wherever you're supposed to go, if it's your kids' meeting at school, go and attend it. Commit to attend it. Sometimes we give a lot of excuses. I'm too busy. Maybe I'm working too hard. The time is not good. I don't have a chance this time. But you know what? You have a chance all the time. It's a choice. It's a choice you make. Or maybe sometimes we say that we don't have time. You have time. You can, when you create activities and plan your time, you always will create time for something. For everything that you want to do. Everything so important to you. You can always get time to do it. 'Thank you so much. This is Richard Ogachi. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. It can't get this better. And you know, guys, I appreciate you. I thank you. And I pray that you guys are able to get motivated, or not even motivation, get consistent in what you do. Take time and repeat what you do. Go back again, become innovative. I know this is going to get better. I'm a registered nurse. This is a impact platform that I'm trying to create, and I want to share stories about healthcare. I'm going to share experiences about healthcare. So thank you so much, and I'm going to see you next time. See ya.